Me and my family were homeless about 5 years ago. My daughter is type 1 diabetic, so it's very hard. We got thrown out of our house because we were accused of being heroin addicts, and we're not. I'm a MA. I don't do drugs. But I think some people get mis-stereotyped sometimes. I think that our country and nation needs to figure out some kind of program to help them get a place. Maybe help them learn how to work. Some of them are disabled. I'm disabled, my husband's disabled. I can't work anymore. I get my SSI and things, but they don't know how to get the SSI. I do voluntary work for the SSI department. I go out and help the homeless get their SSI so they can get a home. So that's my voluntary work for the homeless. That's what I do.
And you were homeless, and how did you get back on your feet, home-wise?
My husband and I applied for our SSI. We finally got it. Churches put us up in hotels because my daughter was diabetic and we can't be on the streets. Got to have insulin and refrigerator, or keep it cold in a cooler. That's very, very hard when you're homeless and you have no money or food stamps or anything. It's very difficult.
Have you been living in Vancouver the whole time?
Yes.
The last 5 years?
Yes.
Have you seen a change over time?
Yes. It's getting worse for the homeless. Very, very much so the worst. And where we used to live was off of 4th Plain and across from the VA. And they had alleys in their back that you could walk down an alley and you can see every 5 feet you would see a homeless person sleeping because they had nowhere to go. So me and my daughter and husband around Christmas time would donate blankets and lunch sacks, and we go in those alleys and donate blankets and lunch. And as much as we could give out, because we gotta feed our own family, but we get donations from like the school and stuff, and we would do that. But it's really hard to be homeless. It really is. Depression, anxiety. I have anxiety. You can kind of tell in my voice, a little shaky. But depression and anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder is misdiagnosed in people all the time. All the time. And it's really hard to cope with. I think there needs to be more shelters. More programs like that help you from a shelter to living situation where you're paying a little bit of rent, where you're working to stay in your home, and then getting you into a low-income apartment.
Do you know about Habitat for Humanity?
I didn't know about Habitat for Humanity. I've heard of it about other states. Did not know that we had any here.
Yeah. There's a whole, it's called McKibben's Commons, that they're just about to finish that up, I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Where people have actually given, like you and your husband would pay in sweat equity. So you would put at least 300 hours of work into building the home.
Well, we're lucky because me and my husband just bought a condo. So we are lucky that we are finally out of that situation. My husband was on the HEN program.
The what program?
The HEN program. It's instead of getting cash through DSSH, you qualify for the HEN program if you're getting your Social Security. In the process of getting your Social Security, the state won't give you cash, but this federal government program will. If you're disabled, they'll pay your rent, half of your rent. So we got from homeless into an apartment. They paid half of the rent, and then I got cash assistance because of my daughter, so I paid half the rent, and we were living in a little one tiny bedroom apartment with us in the front and her in her own room for 3 years so we could save to buy a place, and we did.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But I tell my story to other people so they go, well, if you did it,
I can do it.
I can do it. Yeah. And I try to tell everybody, I go, just because you have something in the past that, that's the past, that's yesterday. Look good for tomorrow. Have a good day tomorrow. Because that's all you can change is tomorrow. You can't change